welcome, guys. I'm not Sharks.
You're not Sharks. Look different today.
Sharks is not here.
Cheers!
Does that mean I'm the host today?
You're the host.
Oh, this is different, guys. This is different.
Captain!
But hello, welcome, guys. Back on SDS. We're going to be talking about Premier League Roundup this week. We've got my boy Haseeb on the right.
What are you saying, guys?
The boy Lias, Man United legend.
I finally came with a fade this time, bro. This is the
Yeah,
first
you're
time I
looking
come
too
looking
good.
clean,
You're looking too
bro.
good. And we got the main man, Triple F, Faisal.
SDSFC man of the match.
I just want to, can I just say, that was a
51 come
great,
my way.
that was a great introduction, walai.
I appreciate
Yeah.
it, man.
Walai, bro, walai. You know, what applause, walai.
Appreciate it.
Walai, what applause.
Appreciate it, lads.
Sharky,
Appreciate
don't
it.
come back, bro.
Appreciate it, lads. But yeah, today we'll be talking about Premier League Roundup, what happened throughout the week, and let's go.
What should be the first game?
You tell me. Which game do you want to start?
You're the host, bro.
I know I'm the host, but I'm just getting into it now.
I think it should be Arsenal, man. We should talk about
Top of the league, top of the
our
league.
big win, Stamford
Start at the
Bridge.
top, bro.
Just to let you guys know, we're unbeaten in the last 3 meetings at Stamford Bridge.
By the way, a lot of people saying that we always talk more than like 10, 15, 20 minutes about Arsenal.
Yeah.
So how about this? Yeah?
How about this time we'll do 25 minutes?
Yeah, we got guys, with this as well, yeah, we've got to look out for, obviously, the Spotify listeners, the people that want to see our faces on YouTube, and Apple. So let's try and keep it to a minimum about Arsenal. To be honest with me, though, even with this fixture, I really want to talk about Chelsea first rather than Arsenal. Because we all expected Arsenal to beat Chelsea. What? Yes, let us know.
I mean, look, bro. Chelsea growing up were the team that at home, that was a fortress. Stamford Bridge was a place that no one went to. I mean, Jose had that record. I think it was like 90-something games without losing at Stamford Bridge. That's insane. And since then, right? Lampard has taken that record through the mud. Tuchel has taken that record through the mud. And Potter has just said, been all that, bro. Every game is an away game. And this game, honestly, right? I grew up watching Chelsea with Ballack, with Lampard, with Essien, men in midfield. And this is one of the most unintimidating Chelsea teams I've ever seen in my life. The fact that Arsenal could come into this game and no one would have been surprised that they won, even before the game, tells you everything. A, where Arsenal are, of course, but B, where Chelsea are as well. These guys are a shambles of where they were last year, where there was probably around this point, people were saying they could have been the best team in the world.
Yep.
They were beating Juventus 4-0. And Arsenal at that point, where were they? 12 months later, the way both teams have shifted is crazy. And Arsenal, I think, were deserved winners. And look, what did I tell you a few weeks ago? I said all Arsenal needed to do was beat Liverpool, and everyone would start saying what they all were thinking. Arsenal are title contenders. Arsenal are title contenders. A few weeks later, here we are. No one's doubting it anymore.
Yeah, facts.
Face, regarding obviously Chelsea, do you blame Potter more or do you blame the players?
I think anyone putting this blame on Potter is just, nah, man.
I agree.
Chill out. First of all, he's been put into this mess. It's not his fault. I blame the front office by sacking Tuchel in the first place.
Office. the GM. Top bully, the GM.
I blame the front office. Tuchel should never be sacked. You made the biggest mistake sacking Tuchel not even halfway through the beginning,
5 games.
where you made him sign all these players but never gave him the time to actually implement his strategies.
I agree.
So Tuchel's gone now. But now Potter should only be judged next season.
Whoa, hold up. I disagree there.
Potter, bro.
I disagree. Let me tell you why. I saw Ole Gunnar Solskjaer come into a United team midway through the season as caretaker manager and still managed to win games convincingly, actually. And of course, it fell off at the end. But I'm not giving Potter a whole year. I agree with you.
I agree.
I think he has been given the whole year, in my opinion. I think
Whether he has or not,
He will be given.
Obviously,
He's given a 5-year, 6-year contract.
Bowley has no other choice but to back him. I get that, and Potter is a project manager that you have to give him time to see the long term effects. But I'm not having this whole thing that this year is basically a bye year for Potter.
It's not.
He still has to show something, bro.
No, facts. If he finishes 9th, 10th, then of course we can judge him. But if he finishes still in the top 6, 7th, even 7th, that's fine.
That's not Chelsea's standards.
That's not
though.
Chelsea standards at
But
all,
that's not his fault. That's not his fault.
Yeah, Todd Bowley's
Exactly. It's his fault. That's not his fault. He's been brought on to actually start the new project. You can't expect him to start a new project with a system half of the players he's not used to, first of all. And the players, it's not suited to his system. So how can you expect him to implement his strategies?
Hold on, but we've seen new manager bounces everywhere, bro. We just saw Emery come into a Villa team that everyone was talking about were a million miles off the pace. And bro, we'll talk about them later, but they popped United off the pitch within 10 minutes. Potter,
there's been no redeeming qualities for any games.
Even Graham Potter, and like he's won a lot of games actually. Like his record, I think this was probably his first loss.
Second loss.
You want home and away
the
against
football has just not been it whatsoever. And with Graham Potter, it's usually the opposite. The results don't come, but the football is there and the XG is high.
Bro, you can't blame that when
he hasn't got
his
the players.
biggest creator...
Reece James is out. Ben Chilwell is out. Like these are the players that were instrumental to his system.
And
working.
Potter's
I don't disagree.
And Potter's system is built on his wing backs contributing.
I agree.
And both his wing backs are not there, so you can't judge him. Reece James is out to when? I think December.
He's been forced to play a back four now because he can't play that.
But here's
five at the back
this
now.
was the issue last year of Chelsea too, right? Go ahead.
No midfielders.
Yeah.
He's got no midfielders, and his attack.
But
It's meaty.
is he helping himself when he's benching Kovacic? That's Chelsea's best midfielder for me. And
That's-
he's put them on the bench.
The one thing about Potter as well for me is he keeps rotating his team. It's not even fitness or anything. Like Zagreb, for example. Have you guys seen that picture of Ben Chilwell in training where they taped up his hamstring before the game? Like, you already knew
was a sign,
at risk, but you wanted to play him 90 minutes against a game where near enough every Champions League team besides Tottenham in the Prem, they were resting main players. Because they're like, there's
Here's
no
the
point
thing,
in
right? I
this.
agree with you, Faisal. I agree that Bowley is the biggest criminal here in all of this because, like you said, that was the most expensive summer signing I think ever. Like that window that they just had. I don't think any team has ever spent that much money in a window. And a lot of those signings were Tuchel signings. Like Aubameyang is purely a Tuchel signing. So to fire him in literally no time, give him no time with the signings that he made, and then throw all of that stuff on Potter and expect instant results, I completely agree. Graham Potter needs to be given time. Chelsea fans need to realign the way they think about their club because this isn't Abramovich anymore. But at the same time, I maintain, bro, it's not good enough from Potter. It's not good enough from him.
I think with me as well, the talent ID, like, for me, I think Aubameyang, he's a stopgap signing.
Yeah.
But him and Sterling, you can't play both of them together. Especially the system that Potter's trying to play and the way Chelsea play. These two guys are probably very bad on the ball.
And if you combine that with Havertz, you've got your main trio has got no attacking creation at all.
To be
And
fair,
it's meant to
like
be Havertz.
I tweeted as well. I think they would have been 1-0 up if Kai Havertz actually looked up and passed the ball back to. Because Aubameyang's movement was elite in that chance, but he just shot it across, and that was the only chance they really had.
Yeah.
That was, imagine 90 minutes, and that was the only chance.
And it wasn't even a shot at goal.
And it wasn't even a shot. It was just a normal medium.
yeah.
It was actually a shot. I think it wasn't a cross. He tried to shoot.
You look at the rest of the team, like Loftus-Cheek, Mount an open play is not some crazy creator.
He's only
like
scored 2 goals against like top 4 sides.
That was my whole issue with Chelsea's window to begin with. Like I got cooked for saying that the Cucurella signing for 62 million made no sense for them because they were signing a backup to a left back when they have so many holes, especially in their attack and midfield. And you just look at so many of the signings they've made. Even the window they had when they won the Champions League with Silva, Werner, Havertz, Chilwell, and Mendy. I think that was all they made.
Yeah.
It gets ignored how bad that window has been because they ended up winning the Champions League. But they have made so many dud signings in the last few years that just get covered up because Abramovich is always willing to throw more and more money at it. And now that he's gone, we get to see what a real football club is.
Do you not give Tuchel his flowers for getting into like five finals and winning the
no,
Champions
no,
League?
no.
That team.
Defo.
Because a lot of Chelsea fans were saying as well, like, they could see a different style of play 5 games into Tuchel's appointment. And as you said, where like certain managers, like Emery, for example, when we get there, they know how to get the way they want to play, implement it straight away. It might take time, but you can see some sort of idea. With Potter, if I'm going to be real, there's not one game where I'm looking at it.
But that's
going,
unfair, bro.
This is football.
Bro, Wolves at home, when they beat them 3-0, they played good football.
Yeah, but Wolves themselves weren't that.
But still, it's still.
No, you have to give
I
them
watched
credit.
it. I agree. And they played really good football.
You have to judge it of the team who's in front of you.
That was Potter.
AC Milan, they bopped them, bro. And that was when they had the full team. Reece,
The home leg, especially. Not away,
Reece was there, everyone.
away they play well, but
in my opinion, I don't think we should judge Potter. Let him have his main creators back, the Chilwells, especially Reece. I think Reece is Chelsea's main player.
I think even last year you saw with Chelsea when those two went out, even under Tuchel, they couldn't do anything. Yeah.
The struggle.
Do you think? Sorry to interrupt, but do you think with Abramovich, we've always seen them as an instant success side, right? They always throw money at the thing and they always get like a cup, they win the league, they win whatever.
Yeah.
Now that Todd Bowley's come in, do you think he's trying to look at it as like, okay, I'm looking at Chelsea more of a project?
He has
instead
to.
of
That's the
instant
only.
success?
That's the only.
That's why he's invested.
The
stocks in
only
Graham Potter.
reason he fired Tuchel and hired Potter. That's the only reason he could have had.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
not, he's a loser.
and giving him that long contract, in my opinion.
That's the only
I
reason.
think that's the
otherwise
reason
he's a
he gave it to
lunatic.
him. Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you guys, though. I thought Aspilicueta was amazing yesterday.
Yeah, I think he played really well.
Chelsea.
And he was on the yellow as well. I don't think he should have been in the yellow card, by the way.
You know what's
Like,
mad?
he shot out that left
I just
side,
looked at
bro.
Cucurella, bro.
That's the reason we kept going to Saka side.
Yeah,
We
bro.
never
He
went
kept
for
he
shutting
got
up.
spun so man, and it was crazy. He left the game without a yellow card.
Yeah, that's true.
miracle.
That's true. Yeah, that's crazy.
And bro, the goal, him hugging Xhaka. I mean, you look like a fan, bro.
Yeah, that was amazing. He was the autograph.
Cucurella looks shambolic, man. Honestly.
Yeah. Him, for me personally, when I watched that game, obviously I knew that we was going to beat them. I didn't know how badly, but 1-0. It doesn't show. It's like a Man City game in terms of like it might look like it's a 1-0, but it was complete utter domination.
You guys were comfortable.
Am I tripping? Just going back to, am I tripping to say he's played from the first signed him till now? He's played 5 at the back, but he's played the left centre back of the 5 at the back rather than the actual wing back position, which he prefers.
That's the thing with him. Chelsea fans are saying it's such a great signing because he can play left back, he can play left wing back, he can play left centre back. But it's like the Simpsons meme where Bart Simpson's playing chess and they're like, that little boy is playing 3 games at once. It's like checkmate.
It doesn't, yeah.
He's rubbish.
For real. The only good game which I've seen him play was when he actually played left wing back. Where I think he assisted Koulibaly. Which game he assisted?
Tottenham.
Was that Spurs? Was that where he played a good game?
Everton, he had a good cameo to his debut.
He had a good game. Other than that, bro, since left centre back, he's been last game. I think 2 weeks against Brighton, he got shipped off after what 30 minutes.
30 minutes, yeah.
Last game got cooked for the back, bro. Like I said, give him time. Let the main players come back in, and then you can judge him.
They signed Potter for 6 years, right?
Yeah,
6 years.
That's a project.
Fafana's out. You can't. So
Reece James has been out.
All I'm saying is, bro, he better hope that Todd Bowley is really what he says he is. Because I remember once upon a time when they gave Villas Boas a 6-year contract, he didn't see 8 months of it. So that's all I'm saying. I hope he better be different.
He must have looked at other projects like Arteta.
Yeah.
He better be different. Otherwise,
Roma was ruthless.
Yeah,
I don't see him. Bro, listen, American owners are not that deep.
But I see, as an Arsenal fan, what was your thoughts on that game yesterday?
Do you know what it is? It reminded me a lot of Man United away, except this time we got the result. Like the way we played. Like
respect us a little bit, man. Come on.
Don't get me wrong. I think Man United was
cheeky dig.
I think Man United were ruthless in their counter-attack and they completely punished us. I agree with that. I think the football we played away to you guys, it looked very similar to the Chelsea away game, except Chelsea just didn't show any cutting edge, and we actually showed that we can win these games. Because at the end of the day, when we go to away to top 6 sides, what I was always worried about is the fact that everyone's thinking, oh, we haven't done enough to win these away games. But we should at least pick up a draw. Because we keep losing when we go to away top 6 games. Yeah. To win is amazing now. But now we just got to keep building on. I mean, what did you think?
I thought it was a great game. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, when we got to that, like, when we got into their half, like inside their box, it looked like we didn't know what we was doing for a while. And then, like you said, one moment of brilliance from Saka.
The funniest part as well, when we went 1-0 up, we still were attacking for a second goal. And Chelsea were barely attacking us. I was like, what's going on?
But it's just, you know what it is? It's just the transformation by Arteta, the shape, the way we press, it completely changed. And obviously with Zinchenko coming back, even though he ain't played in I want to say like a month or so.
Yeah, I tweeted as well. I said he comes back for his once in the blue moon masterclass and he's injured again until February.
But you're not going to see him again for a while. He changed, for me, 70 minutes. He had some like moments where you're like, oh shit, we were slipping or misplaced passes.
You could tell he wasn't fit.
Yeah, he wasn't fit. But the fact that we needed someone going through the middle, that changed everything for Partey as well. Because I thought Partey was...
He's the man of the match.
Man of the match.
Unplayable,
yeah. But that's the thing about Chelsea. You know what I don't like? You know what I hate? I don't know how to say it in terms... I don't know how to say it like in football terms, but like they were playing such soft coverage. Like there was no press.
I'm telling you, it's just Chelsea, a soft Chelsea performance.
And I didn't understand it. Like the worst thing me personally to do is give Arsenal time on the ball and let them choose where they want to take this ball. Yeah. And obviously Liverpool. I remember when we went to the game, when I was at the game against Liverpool and they were doing it, it was like they knew when to press, when to jump at the opportunity and hit us with the counter. Yeah. Whereas Chelsea was like...
Even United did it well. Like United chose the moments when to attack.
We cooked them in transition. Yeah.
Bro, they should have won that game.
Cooked the moments. Bro, with Chelsea, you knew... Whenever they had the ball, there was no cutting edge, bro. You knew that.
Aubameyang, bro, for his comeback game, basically saying no hard feelings or whatever. 8 touches on the ball, 2 passes completed in an hour.
Disgusting. And Gabriel, wallahi, is the biggest troll I've ever seen, bro. You know what? I like Gabriel.
He did it with Ivan Toney too, right? That was him that tweeted at him.
Not even that. I think when he scored, he went directly. He went directly.
You need that shit house sometimes, though, man.
Did you see that goal from a different angle, from a fan angle, where...
The one where Ben White kicked out Odegaard's head.
Yeah. Bro, there's another one where it was from an angle where you guys scored and all the players, literally like 8-7 of them went towards a circle around Aubameyang.
Nothing personal.
Nothing personal.
The thing is, with to finish it off with Potter, do you guys think as well, like that Chelsea dressing room as well has been toxic for a while, like in terms of the instances. I feel like it has that toxic vibe to it.
Hold on. I disagree. I think Chelsea in the past, in fact, they're probably their most successful teams is where the dressing room is the most toxic because they fire managers. If John Terry and Frank Lampard, they don't mess with you, you're out. Yeah. I really think this Chelsea team is just soft, man. There's nothing about them the stereotype has always been that Arsenal are the guys who play and I'm not saying they don't play beautiful football now, they definitely do, but Arsenal are like the beautiful football players that you can kind of bully off the pitch, and Chelsea are like grown men who are going to bully you off the pitch.
I agree.
Chelsea literally just like showed their underbellies and they got walked over by
They were Arsenal a few years ago and we were the Chelsea a
honestly,
few
and
years
they're
ago.
not even techie like the Fabregas, Nasri days,
Yeah.
but like these guys, honestly, there's nothing about them.
And what makes it worse,
that
they
moves
had
me.
no passion, bro. The only player that showed passion, in my opinion, was Thiago Silva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's 38.
Chelsea need a
what about the end
rebuild.
of Trevor Jalaba? That was bad. Xhaka played a master.
But you know what?
Chelsea need a squad rebuild. They need a full squad rebuild, in my opinion.
But going back to Arsenal, you mentioned Partey, which I agree with. Partey was the best player. But in my person, the most underrated player was
Say it.
Gabriel Jesus, bro.
Oh. Oh, well, I agree.
Gabriel Jesus.
I thought you were going to say right back.
That's Jesus though in a nutshell.
Better.
Bro.
But Gabriel, you know the goal that you guys scored from the corner?
Yeah, it was because he won the ball from
He
Thiago Silva.
caught the angle.
Yeah.
Caught the angle, but pressure Thiago Silva, lost the ball, and of course he should have scored that. He had a chance. First half, he missed a good chance as well in the first half. But bro, you know what impressed me the most was the second half where he passed the ball to Odegaard after going past 3 players, and then Odegaard going on his left rather than passing it to Martinelli.
Yeah.
I don't.
Just keep on your right and just strike with your right.
That's what I mean. And Mendy came forward as well. You could have easily tried to chip it.
That's Jesus. That game for me perfectly summed up Jesus.
Yeah, sure.
Honestly, like you saw the best of him and the worst of him. And the conversation on Twitter has kind of been like, is it a problem that Gabriel Jesus is missing so many chances when he's playing the way he is? And I said it's not a problem until it is a problem.
Yeah.
Because
I
they're
quoted
gonna,
you last week, actually.
yeah, and like this week it could have been that game if that goal didn't happen. You would have left that game saying, "Oh, Jesus, he plays so well, but he misses 2 1-on-1s. He misses so many easy chances." But bro, like at the same time, his play is so brilliant. Like he's such a brilliant footballer. And I keep saying, like, I understand people saying, "Oh, it doesn't matter because he does all this stuff well." But if he just adds that killer instinct in front of goal, we're looking at one of the best strikers on the planet. We're looking at Benzema's son, bro.
And that's the thing as well. If he had that killer instinct and could score a lot of goals from the chances, he wouldn't be at Arsenal.
No,
He'd still be at City, bro.
And he's the perfect player for this Arteta system. I've seen a lot of Arsenal fans say, "Oh, I'd rather have Tony or Victor Osimhen from." Are you deluded?
He doesn't unlock it. They wouldn't unlock the attack the way he does.
Are you crazy? The only reason, in my opinion, not the only reason, one part of the reason that Martinelli and Saka's doing so well this season is from his link.
Forget about even those guys. Look at you guys had. I don't want to compare him to Osimhen directly, but you guys had that kind of profile in Aubameyang, someone who, in your eyes, was like, okay, he's going to be his movement's unbelievable, he stretches defenses, great goal scorer. But if you're not in the modern game, if that's all you're providing, and you're not a threat when you have the ball at your feet, running the channels, getting others into play, you can't thrive in the modern game, in my opinion.
Do you know what? One thing I don't understand.
Unless your name is Haaland.
Yeah,
I don't understand Aubameyang. Like he's tall, but he can't hold the ball up. He can't play 1-2s. He can't drive past players. He's shit link up play. He can't dribble past players. Like the only attribute, like we all know, that he's so good. He's deadly in front of goal.
Even his, I don't even think it's his finishing. I think it's his movement is so exceptional.
His pace.
I don't think
His finishing is regressed, bro. Like he's not the clinical finisher.
I
think he's a confidence finisher. I think when he's in rhythm, then he can score goals. But like I think his movement has always been his best attribute.
But listen, we talked a lot about Arsenal, Chelsea.
Yeah.
We should get into
I'm surprised. I don't know. This lasted how long? This Arsenal talk?
a good 18 minutes.
It's about 12-13.
12-13 because of you.
Here you go, guys.
So, listen, there was
under 20 minutes.
There was another big game on the weekend.
Yeah, the Man United against Aston Villa.
That's the one we're really even. I thought we were doing Spurs Liverpool.
Spurs Liverpool.
Oh yeah, Spurs Liverpool.
That was a big game.
We could talk
It
about
was.
it.
That was a big game.
I want to talk.
You're the
about,
host.
Yeah, I want to talk
dictate
about Man
convo
United and Man United Aston Villa since Liaz is here.
Yeah, that's true.
I need
I
him
gotta
to.
be here. I could switch it.
Can I just say one thing to you? Can I say one thing? Good evening.
Hey man, look, bro. This is what I was saying. Some United fans got too much diff on their chip. Like I was seeing some people say, "Oh, if City draws this game against Fulham, we win tomorrow. We're only 4 points behind." Stop looking at Arsenal. Stop looking at City. Like United are not winning the title. They're not challenging for the title. But this is kind of what I've been saying, right? I keep comparing Ten Hag to Arteta in like the first few years, and like Arteta was playing a back three to compensate for players they didn't have and players that didn't fit his system. Ten Hag is kind of in that situation, in my opinion. And I think the biggest issue of United is the lack of depth. You've seen now, this weekend, we didn't have Antony, we didn't have Sancho, and we didn't have Martial. And all of a sudden, our forward line is Rashford on the right, Ronaldo up front, and Garnacho on the left. And if it wasn't going to be him, it was going to be Elanga. That's not a front three that's giving problems to most teams. Let's be absolutely real here.
That's the Europa League.
That's barely Europa League.
It's not
bro.
tough forward.
That's criminal. And I think you even look at midfield. Bruno is out. And everyone knows I'm not a huge Bruno fan, but his replacement is Donny van de Beek. And van de Beek and Eriksen is probably the least athletic, least intense midfield in the league. I actually think Ten Hag, this is probably one of the few games I'll say this year where I think he got it wrong, to be honest with you. Yeah, I think you needed Fred in that kind of game.
Yeah.
I think, bro, and I know this shouldn't be the main focus of the game, but I think after what happened a few weeks ago, and you made that decision of Ronaldo to kind of say, like, look, no one is bigger than the club, no one is bigger than me. For a few weeks later, when the dust really hasn't even settled, to go and give him the armband, I think kind of like just went back on everything he had just done the last few weeks. I think that was the wrong decision personally. And I keep saying it, man. I think Ronaldo holds United back.
You know what?
Yeah, he does.
I was just about to say that as well.
He holds United
no,
back.
No, it's crazy.
Bro.
Wait.
You
agree?
That's crazy coming from him. Everyone knows where I stand on him, but it's coming from him. That's big.
Hear me out. I think Ronaldo, bro, he should not be touching, sniffing that first 11. That United, I've seen a lot of fans. Like it's not even United fans. It's just Ronaldo fans, bro, saying that he should be starting this and that. He's not getting the chances. He's getting the chances. He is, and with all due respect to him, and he's one second best player ever. He's finished that, and people have to start accepting it. Yeah. He's done. He can't. But those couple of moments, his link-on play is terrible.
It's terrible, bro.
It's terrible.
He doesn't have the legs anymore. He can't hold up the ball anymore, bro. Mings dominated him, bro. Tyrone Mings.
And it's Mings, and bro, like honestly, United, and you know what? A person, you mentioned Bruno, which I agree with. Yeah. Anthony.
Yeah, that's another one.
Anthony is such. I think he's missed yesterday. It was yesterday, wasn't it?
No, he hasn't been around for the last few games.
He wasn't playing against Villa.
Yesterday. His miss yesterday was so influential, bro. Yeah. You could tell his absence hurt.
In a number of ways. Yeah, directness, his pressing. Like Anthony, like people keep talking about, is he worth 100 mil? No, but he's worth a lot to United. He's very important to that front three. And look, I mean, like again, I say Ten Hag picked the wrong 11, but at the same time, I keep talking about the depth. This team is a few injuries away from just being the same team that finished 7th place last year. The best players on this team are all new Ten Hag signings. That tells you everything. We're a few years away. I honestly think if the team stays fit, we have a chance of making top 4. But we've seen guys like Varane, you can't trust his fitness. Martial, you can't trust his fitness. Sancho and Antony now are picking up some little injuries here and there.
You know who pissed me off the most? Lindelof.
But Lindelof for me has never
but
been
even that. He's not that. He's soft, bro.
He is
that
soft.
Third goal. Third goal. Man. How are you running? How you let him just run casually?
Even Lissandro, to be honest, that's the worst game. Lissandro is the worst game Lissandro Martinez has played at United.
I feel bad for Lissandro Martinez because they keep giving them a new partner. So play with Varane.
Not true. And he's been so exceptional. He's been for me flawless for United up to this point. But like this was a poor performance.
It was a very hard performance to take away at Villa Park. I mean, I've got to give credit to Villa, man.
100%.
Leon Bailey, man, he turned.
But that's for me with Villa. We've known that they can do this, bro. They have good players in their team. This isn't a bunch of scrubs. This is a team that was replaced by the £100 million Jack Grealish gave them. This is what they accumulated. And there's good players in this team. Ramsey, I think, is great, man. I think he's really good.
I think he can make that top 6 move.
Yeah, definitely.
And I like how United played him on the right. So he's trying to implement a different like him. It's not even. It's
more
right
like coming to the central.
Inverting. Inverting.
Bro, you look Bailey. Bailey's a good player. Buendia is a good player. Like they have quality throughout this team.
Oh, you look like Buendia actually.
Don't give him any more. They're taking Ferran Torres.
Yeah, you see it, innit?
I can't lie. I can see Buendia.
I can see Buendia vibes coming off him.
Don't give him any new ideas, bro. Don't give the timeline any new ideas. Don't get started.
Buendia, it's a shout.
Yeah, you see that? Do you know why? Because I watched the game and I was like, he does look a bit like Leas, but maybe I was like smoking a little bit. I don't know.
But the biggest thing to their success was even when they won. What game was it? Was it Brentford? Where
they came back after Gerrard got sacked 4-0.
And exactly. It was like Brentford, and both of them. This last game and this game, no McGinn.
Yeah.
Who's been
the last game? I think they got popped 4-0 as well, isn't it?
But McGinn has been finally, bro. I think Unai is a great manager, and you know what that tells me about the Premier League, that the pool of the Premier League.
I mean, Lopetegui at Wolves. I know you might not rate him, but that's still a guy who was managing Madrid and Spain a few years ago. He's now coaching Wolves in a relegation battle.
The pool is crazy.
This is the Premier League Super, bro. Dragon Ball Z.
All the big managers.
DBZ Super. This is the Premier League Super.
I mean, Unai Emery left the team that won the Europa League. Got to the semi-finals of the Champions League. He's like, I like to see where Villa's going. Let me go to that.
I mean, even you look at the players that are coming in, like Isaac coming into Newcastle. Like, there's
the money. Like no other league can compete.
Yeah, we can't.
I think the statistic a few years ago, Norwich made more money getting promoted because of like the TV deals and stuff like that than Inter Milan winning the Serie A. That just shows you how much money, and that shows you also why Sky doesn't want to give up the Premier League, by the way, because of how much money is. They don't want the Super League to happen.
And that's why
they have the Super League right now. The Premier is the Super League.
Facts, and that's why what's the American channel NBC who paid I think the highest ever record
because they know the coverage they want.
They had to.
Stupid. But anyway, just to go back to that, Villa. I look at a few teams, right? We're going to talk about them later on. Leicester's another one. These teams have too much talent to go down. They're not going to go down if managed correctly. And I think Emery is the right guy to steer the ship. The football might not be the most beautiful at times, but he will get you results. And I think he's very disrespectful.
Can I ask one question as well? Do you think David De Gea could have done better for that first goal?
Yes.
When I saw it, I was like, I feel like he could have done much better.
People are starting to rewrite the history of De Gea, saying, "Oh, he's back. He just
his ball playing is improved.
Man, he's crap, man. De Gea is the most overrated goalkeeper I've ever seen in my life, bro. No, honestly, like there's this new talk about getting him a contract. United needs to move on from De Gea. Honestly, like the time has come and gone.
I don't like that stuff.
No,
like
you've been on De Gea's ass.
I'm not.
Since
Since 2018, he's been cooked.
No, he's been bad. This season, obviously, he's improved, but maybe he's regressed in terms of saving ability.
Bro, United are one of the deepest playing teams in the league in terms of their backline. It's so much to do with him. It's so much to do with him and his ball playing, his inability to come off his line, which, to be fair, he's gotten a little bit better at this season. But it's only because he was on the floor. Yeah, the only way is up.
And half the game where defenders got the ball, they know the only option is to pass it back, but they choose, you know what, I'm not passing.
They go long. And
I can't trust this guy. Yeah. Let me just root one, and let me just wish that Ronaldo
100%.
headers it and does
But
something.
to be honest, the game wasn't about De Gea. I agree, he didn't do it the greatest on the first, but like honestly, this was a game where everyone just played really poorly.
Yeah, it was one of those games.
It's one of those, and it's going to happen with United a lot this year. People are getting really carried away because they won 6 or 7 games on the bounce, but people just need to calm down a bit.
You know, I think who had a good, not a good game, who had a thing, the better game out of any of the United players was Garnacho, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think
he was the only one that actually showed.
It was weird with him because I agree with you to a point, but then it was kind of like, he tried to keep getting past his man. At least he was trying.
Garnacho for me has tunnel vision. He has a bit of tunnel vision.
I know that's the only option.
That's what they expect Sanchez to do, and he's doing it. That's what they're praying Sanchez to do, and he's doing it at what, a young age.
Garnacho is very raw.
He's very
so he'll get his head down a bit and like he'll run into players and stuff like that. But there's talent there.
Undoubtedly, there's talent.
He reminds me of. I know this will sound bad now. He reminds me of maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, Martinelli.
Oh yeah, I've seen
Martinelli, like
that raw talent,
direct. Martinelli was direct as well. Yeah. Once he adds a bit more build to it and a little bit more,
I think it's a little more maturity. Yeah,
more maturity. I think he'll become a very good player. But he's got the talent.
Garnacho too, bro. He has the ultimate origin story, bro. The Messi and Ronaldo thing.
Co-science.
Alex Hunter couldn't dream of that. Garnacho has to go to the top, otherwise, bro.
Would you take him ahead of Sancho at the moment, Garnacho?
Bro, of course.
Of course. But I can't lie, bro.
I don't know, man.
I think the question is, should you take Sancho or Lenga? But that's for another day, bro.
Whoa, fair enough.
Garnacho has won his spot over Sancho for sure. I mean, obviously, when Martial comes back, I play Martial.
No, don't say Garnacho. No, you just said something outrageous there. Elanga over Sancho.
No, I said that's the comparison.
That should be the competition.
That's mad.
It is mad, but it's fair at the moment. What are you going to say? No?
No, Sancho's so clear of Elanga. I can't have him there.
I can't have him competing on talent, but at the moment,
the bias is showing.
What bias, bro? They both play for my team, bro.
The agenda.
Like you said, agenda's got agenda.
This is a mid-off, bro. Brick for brick. This is a mid-off right now.
It's a mid-off.
But yeah, guys, let's go to another big fixture. Spurs against Liverpool. Yeah. Both teams that are
having a mid-off.
Shaky, yeah.
You know, I think the team Liverpool won, but I think Spurs should be encouraged for that second half.
That second half performance
was the best I've seen Spurs play all season.
That for me just shows how
Tottenham
fragile Liverpool defensively are, bro. I can't lie. I'm on Conte and Spurs right now, man. Like I'm onto them. Honestly, I'm onto them, bro.
No.
I'm onto them, bro.
I'm on Conte on one thing, yeah. It was last game was against Liverpool, Bournemouth, Marseille, and who was it? Sporting.
Yes.
Where they lose the first half. In the second half, they do a mad remontada.
What did I tell you guys about the group of depth, by the way, right? I was spot on about that. They were literally...
guys, give me my credit, man.
Well, your credit. I was doing trash.
I said Frankfurt Taylor to come through. Remember, I felt sorry for you.
Obrigado.
I had 2 out of 3. I'll take it. But that Conte thing, what pisses me off that Conte, the changes that he makes in the second half should be the changes he does. He starts.
But that's the problem with Conte. He's so reactive, bro. He's not a proactive manager. He
goes
stubborn.
Huh? He's very
Why does he
stubborn.
keep starting with Emerson Royal right back? I just don't. I can't get my head around it.
Well, it's not a coincidence that every time they come back, it's when he's off the pitch.
Yeah, exactly. I agree.
Yeah, Wallahi, he's the worst. I can't lie.
Is he Brazilian? Is he Brazilian? Huh? We have to question it now.
He's not. Wallahi, bro. I'm gonna say something mad.
Hot take.
I'm gonna say something mad.
I'm staying out of it.
I'm gonna say something mad.
Wait, before you do. We're bringing Leo's back in.
I'm staying out of it.
I'm going to say something, man. He is It's not even a hot take. It's a common fact. He is the worst right back out of the 20 teams in the Premier League.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to say something else. I thought you were going to question his passport, what color his passport is. That's what I thought you were going to say. I was like, I'm staying out of it.
I'm a content creator now.
Okay.
He's got brands and sponsorships to think about.
That's smart.
I can't do that. But he's the worst right back out of the 20 teams. Can you?
But then how do you think?
Yeah.
He's up there. I can't lie.
Even Bournemouth got a better right back. I don't know his name.
But then what does that say? Then what does that say about Matt Doherty and Jed Spence?
Oh, no, what is
but Jed Spence was never a Conte signing.
But
he wasn't a Conte signing.
Jed Spence is getting that Zaha Moyes treatment, bro.
Yeah,
honestly.
it's true.
Yeah.
I agree.
Do you know what I think? I think it's just Conte being stubborn. He wants to stick with his own style, own strategy, and he doesn't get changed, bro. If you don't like it, sack me off.
Here's the thing with Spurs though at the moment. The one thing I'm willing to give them, I don't know what the right word is. Like I feel for them, is the fact that, bro, their injuries in attack have been crazy. Kulusevski finally came in. I think actually when he came in,
I think I said that in the podcast.
He changed things massively. Kulusevski's so good. He's so underrated.
He's the most important player.
Yeah.
It's not Son. It's
Someone
not,
else, my boy Fuad, who's a Spurs fan, he said the exact same thing.
He is the most important player.
100%. If it's not Kane, he's the only one that offers a creative spark. You're not getting that out of
He provides them actual width too, by the way, right? Like Kane is central. Son, he's not a winger, bro. This guy is basically playing on the last line. Yeah, he's a forward. Richarlison as well. Kulusevski gives you actual presence on the right wing.
And the moment he came on,
50 seconds.
beautiful turn, nice pass. By the way, that Kane finish.
Elite.
Did it take a deflection off Konate though? Sometimes that's all you need though.
I think if there was no deflection, I think he would have still found
With Kane anyways, you give him the benefit
He's
of the doubt.
so lethal, man.
Finish.
But then it's that front two with Kane and Perisic. That shows how much lack of depth.
Stinkiness, bro.
Yeah, it's just the fact that there's not enough pace in that.
And I think too, I think Spurs, right? I think they had a real shout. And I know Liverpool fans will say, "Oh, last year they got robbed of a few penalties," but I think Trent is lucky, to be honest, to not give away
that penalty.
there. I think that's
Cancelo got red carded for.
It's cool when they do it. It's a fun when I do it. Premier League higher ups are out to get me, bro. Because every time Cancelo gets an injury or gets a red card or a mistake, it's my mentions that get littered, not Cancelo's, bro. I'm taking bullets for you right now, bro.
Yeah, fair enough. He's a human sponge.
What he said, you tweeted as well. You know?
Nah, man, I'm taking bullets for Cancelo right now.
Trent, that was very dodgy from Trent, man. He pushed him over.
That's a clear pen.
In my opinion, it is.
But that was the thing is, what I don't like is not even the VAR check. I swear. I saw they didn't even look at it. I was like, come on, man.
The thing with that too is like if that's anywhere else on the pitch, it's a foul.
Yes, I agree.
It's a foul. It's just because it's in the penalty box that then all of a sudden it's like, okay, well, do we want to change the game this early in?
It's unfortunate as well because Eric Dyer was had a very good overall game, but that mistake though, man, you can't be that like unconfident to head it back to your own goal. The way what he did,
and you
give Salah that opportunity in the box. I think he's one of the sharpest players in that penalty box.
Yeah.
His instincts are crazy, bro. And that snapshot that he's able to get in literally no time. Yeah. Everyone knows I'm not a huge Salah fan, but bro, he's one of the best I've seen.
That first goal, trademark.
Bro, trademark Salah. Trademark Salah. His instincts are just crazy.
One touch.
Yeah, we got to talk about Darwin Núñez, guys, man.
They talk to me. They understand. Núñez, bro, has voices in his head. He has voices in his head telling him, shoot here.
But I just want to ask a question to one person on the table because someone said that Núñez and Salah don't really like each other.
Who?
I think he said that.
Why? What, based on what?
Bro,
explain yourself.
You saw one tweet. You saw Núñez.
That's all I can see.
Núñez tweet and where the pointing fingers.
I saw that. I was like, they do the face.
Bro, 10 people. Yeah,
they watch SDS. They watch it.
But like pointing fingers, smiling, and 10 people sent me that. Oh, they hate each other. They hate each other. I said, chill out.
You didn't mean like that. You just meant like that.
I don't feel like they've got a relationship there.
But that's to be built, no? You can't have it straight away.
They don't speak the same languages as well.
I don't think they've got a relationship. Because there's been so many instances, forget this kid, there's been so many instances where Núñez, that first half, yeah, fair enough.
The way he was stretching that.
I'm telling you, Núñez has voices. There's a devil speak, like the Kermit devil on his shoulder saying like, you can dribble this guy. You can get the ball and take him on, man.
But the first half, I think he had 3 chances back to back. He just shot. There was no thinking of, you know what? Let me actually pass a free ball. Salah was free in 2 of them. Simple free pass, but his only mindset is to, you know what? Let me just shoot.
But I think that I think I'll get coached.
I think it's a chemistry thing, bro. Honestly, Nunez hasn't played that much football, and I think like his record in terms of goal contributions in the limited time he's had is actually very good.
Yeah.
It's 10. I think
he's grown. I think he's grown into that.
Listen, Nunez is never gonna be a player that's like easy on the eye. That like Diaz, for example, he immediately took to people because of how he just looks like a baller. Nunez is always gonna be chaotic, a little clunky. But bro, this guy will guarantee you goal contributions, bro. His movement, his aggression, his directness, and finishing. I don't think he's the greatest finisher, but he gets into so many good positions. Nunez, for me, will eventually land. Like he won't be Haaland, but he'll land eventually.
He'll score more than Jesus this season.
He might. I don't know.
I think he will.
Was it you who said it? Because one of the hot takes I remember at the start of the season.
No, it wasn't.
Was it you?
No.
I'll score Haaland.
Someone said he would score more goals than Jesus earlier this season. So
probably, I don't know.
Play.
He may.
That's not bad.
But no, I said it, bro. I said it when he scored against City in the Community Shield. Where fair enough, as you said, he's not the most pleasing person, but his movement is elite.
Yeah.
But
he's a chance magnet. That's what it is.
But I've seen him 3 months now. I don't know, man.
He doesn't have the move.
It doesn't necessarily have to move the needle at the moment in time, but for me, what he offers. It's nothing they've got at their team. I think especially when they play like Firmino in the 10 for me, and they play him out on the left, it's completely different. Because he's rapid, bro.
In fact, I think it'll be interesting when Diaz comes back because they started that season with Diaz, Nunez, and Salah, and I don't think it actually worked.
Yeah.
Because I think Diaz is brilliant on his own, but I don't think he fit in well with the other two. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes.
The only person I remember that did well was Jota. When he came, him and Nunez had an understanding.
Jota as a 10 was surprising.
Yeah,
Liverpool love these like scrappy little forwards, bro, who like are uneasy on the eye, but they just bag, bro.
But credit, just going back to Spurs, credit that the second half, Bissouma and Bentancur, like you know how
he showed up.
Bentancur, man.
Yeah, I don't know. Have you changed your start? Have you changed your?
I can't lie, but bro. Anyone who watches Serie A, bro, before he
at
came,
the time he wasn't.
But here's the thing, no, for me though, I agree.
I mean, he's got the shirt that he used to play for.
Nah, hold on, I'm not a Juve fan. But Bentancur, even me, right?
Some half-rip shirts on the back.
Listen, bro, this is for Diego Ribas. Happy retirement.
Show the number. Some half-rip shirt.
40 pounds. Hey, for Diego Ribas, I'll pay 100. But regardless, Bentancur wasn't great in Juventus. I agree. But like for me, you could always see there was a player there. I was not. Like I said when he joined Juventus, I had the tweet up. And I was getting cooked. I said Juventus are getting a good midfielder here because look, environment is everything for a player.
Yeah.
Just because a player, one man's trash is another man's treasure. And Bentancur for Juventus since he came, or for Spurs, I think he's changed.
He's been very, very impressive.
The best midfielder.
And I can't. You can even make a case he's been the top 3 players this season, bro.
Yeah. Well, Kulusevski, him,
and Harry.
Do you think Salah's form is back? Have you seen that tweet of like the last like 7-8 games where he had like a goal, assist, goal?
And
was he ever gone, or was it just bad?
You know how a lot of people say that like
he was
just as a life without Mane.
Listen, man, I'm a hater, but I ain't that much of a hater.
He wasn't even that bad, bro. He wasn't even that bad. He was actually playing well, but he never had this.
The only game he was really bad was Arsenal. He was really bad. I can't lie. He was anonymous.
But throughout the season, he wasn't that bad, but he never had the stats. Now the stats are actually back.
He's 14-5 after 14-5 this season. That's very good, man.
Yeah, very good.
And this is the first time he scored back-to-back Premier League game.
He was the Champions League joint top scorer.
Bro.
But no, the Rangers tax, bro.
Oh, hold on. You just said 14-5. The Rangers is included in that.
The Rangers tax.
Talking about Champions League, top 4 spots, Newcastle.
Hey.
Man, they moving me,
Shout
man.
out Eddie Howe, man.
That's
Eddie
a top 4.
Eddie Howe is a genius.
Well, listen, there's one guy on the table. I like bringing up the one guy on the table because there's always one guy on the table that does not like Eddie Howe.
No, me. Hey, guys. I'm a hater.
What do you hate Eddie Howe about,
What's Eddie Howe done?
I'm just not a fan of him. He's doing a great job, just not a fan of him.
He's done a great job at Bournemouth. He's doing a great job now. What do you not like about him?
I'm just not a fan of him.
Him the person.
No, I respect it. If you
it's a personal one.
Hate is gonna hate.
No, I just think he is doing an amazing job. Now I can't really say too much hate about him when he's at the top. So once he starts losing, that's when I'm back. Bro, you see me first.
Do you think
he's at his haters' funeral?
Do you think he's a top 3 manager? He's this season so
2022 years.
Current form.
Yeah, bro. No, since he took over at Newcastle,
he's been
City and Arsenal are the only teams to collect more points than them. Bro.
That's the only 2 I've had of
it. They took. And here's the thing too, right? People are trying to discredit him because the amount of money he's spending. They've spent less than Chelsea. They've spent less than United. Newcastle are compensating for the fact that under Mike Ashley they never spent, and B, they're spending the same amount that Villa has spent in the last few years,
and
that Everton has spent in the last few years. And unlike City, who, in my opinion, I think the original rebuild when they signed like Robinho and stuff, I think it was overrated. Yeah, it was a bad signing. It was just a big name signing. They were trying to like bring attention to their project.
But
Newcastle are making the right signings.
Talent ID has been really
Botman has been exceptional for them. They have the best defensive record in the league alongside you guys. Bruno is exceptional. He's transformed. Trippier, Nick Pope. He's transformed Joe Ellington. Callum Wilson.
Almiron is a different player.
Almiron looks like Messi, bro. Almiron looks like Messi, bro.
That first goal, bro.
That was crazy.
I keep telling myself I'm not going to put him in my fantasy because he's going to fall off. And every week he scores another goal.
Listen, that man there, I need to speak to you because you need to tell me that FaZe had a bad performance, so FaZe can have a remitard on Thursday.
Grealish unleashed the monster, bro. He unleashed the monster.
Oh my God.
I'm proud to say, I think I'm the only person who had Almiron from early from on FPL.
Wait, you were rating him in MLS at Atlanta United.
He moved him.
Him and was the Venezuelan guy.
Joseph Martinez. That's celebration.
But the one thing I do give Eddie Howe credit for is
outside of everything we just named. The one thing that
I'm outside personally.
It's what the players that step up that don't really get much game time. The Jacob Murphys. Joe Willock coming off the bench.
No way, there's one guy that came off the bench at school.
Chris Wood.
I'm just losing.
Dan Burn looks like a colossus in defense, bro.
He's a 6'8" left back.
They got ASM coming off the bench. Nah, Newcastle are serious, bro. I'm telling you this right now. I would not be surprised if Newcastle actually continue this and make the top 4 because it's wide open this year and they are showing the best form right now.
Do you think we should start saying that now? Do you think we should?
Yeah, they're a top 4 contender. They are a top 4 contender. And think about it. City took 2 seasons for them to finally get 4th. Newcastle could do it within what? And their takeover was January of last year, November of last year. Yeah. Do it in 18 months. That's crazy.
And no one expects to be that quick as well. Yeah. And what's crazy?
We asked, I think.
No one
like 5 years.
No one expected it. And what's crazy? I think in Jan they're about to make two free good signings, bro. And
you know those World Cup jewels, bro. The players that just pop out at the World Cup. Newcastle are keeping their eye out for the next James or something, bro.
And what's good about them and our players? I think they've got the pool now.
Defo, bro. It's the Premier League. They've got the Premier League. Newcastle's a huge club.
They can pay the money.
Huge history.
Yeah.
Good. I don't care what you say. Good manager.
Yeah. Unlimited
like
budget.
You said, they can pay the money. They can pay more than much. The wages they can pay.
The stadium atmosphere is crazy.
It's the Premier League.
And the Premier League and the peace.
And the unlimited budget.
And the project.
If someone asked you right now to make a revised top 4 prediction, who would you put in it for right now?
It's too
Is it too early?
Yeah, it's still too early. Because honestly, like it depends on what a lot of teams.
I wouldn't.
You wouldn't have
you
wouldn't have Newcastle.
Europe. I say it's too early, bro. It's
Europe,
of course, but it's still too early because we don't know what teams are going to do in January. Honestly, that could change everything.
It's the biggest.
You saw Spurs last year signing Kulusevski and Bentancur. Probably took them over the top over you guys. So United could go buy a forward. Newcastle could go reinforce. We never know what happens.
Yeah.
And Liverpool could find a sign in midfield.
Yeah, Jota and Diaz might come back.
After they need to.
They need 2 midfielders
back to that team.
They need 2 midfielders at least. But no, Newcastle.
They're legit, bro. And Southampton.
As well, Ralph Hasenhüttl.
Yeah, man, poor guy, man. I don't like the fact that he got
I nearly fell down to my knees when the lock came. You was a good dude, Ralph. You was a good dude, man. I loved Ralph.
Do you think he got on his knees and cried when he got?
He's cried. The moment I never respected him is when he cried.
He beat Klopp.
I love passing.
That to me,
like if it's Ancelotti, I understand, but if it's Klopp, you don't cry.
That to me, I knew that I don't respect him. You're not a top manager.
Here's the thing for me though. I'm basically condemning Southampton to the drop though. They're getting relegated.
How can you?
Still going. Hey, chill on him. Raise the 10 million, bro. Stop. He's already dead. The body's cold, bro.
I'm starting to deep it. How can you cry over winning a league game? Unnecessary league game.
How are you still talking about?
Let him land, bro. No, I'm condemning Southampton to the drop though. They're getting relegated.
You think Southampton's going to get relegated?
Yeah, you're not done. Relax. He's done. He's dead.
Do you know what?
They're relegated. They're done.
No, wait. It depends on what manager they get.
They're getting the Luton manager.
They're getting Luton manager.
Is it?
Not a clue who he is.
My man over there.
They need the QPR manager. He's a good manager.
But I thought that one thing about Southampton, yeah, they've got a great, fair enough, good players.
They don't have good players. Their squad is very average. When you look at their players,
they've got 3 good players, bro.
That's it. But the rest of them are bang average
that's not a lot.
players. So that's what I'm saying. For me, it hasn't hurdle. Like every year he loses his best players. Every year they get him. Lavia, bro, wasn't a professional before this year. He's playing under 23s or whatever. Every year they replace first teamers with unknowns, and he kept them up every single year. And okay, you got a 9-0 here and there, which is crazy to say. One 9-0 is crazy enough. I think this guy had like 3 on his resume.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's crazy enough as is.
Due to Arsenal.
But bro, I don't think any manager, unless they go and get like, if they were to get a Lopetegui, maybe. But this Luton manager, I don't know enough about him.
Yeah.
But I find it hard to believe
That's a big jump.
a championship level manager at the time with championship level players can keep this team up. I think they're going down.
Do we recall anyone who's done that step, done that like progress?
Mid-season?
Yeah, no, anyone like even
from
early
Championship
season,
to Premier League?
Championship, and he's actually done
Eddie
well.
Howe?
No, Eddie Howe
because
wasn't.
he was a
Eddie Howe
project
took
from-
Bournemouth up. Yeah.
Like
He
from
was
League
here,
1,
yeah.
League 1,
Yeah,
innit?
he was-
Okay, fair.
I don't know why you hate this guy, bro. Eddie Howe's sick.
The Eddie,
I would say
Is it
maybe-
his face or something like that?
just
who
him.
you thinking?
I was thinking, what's his name? He got promoted. It doesn't make sense. Steve Cooper from Forest.
No,
I can't think of-
every
Yeah,
championship,
yeah,
the championship
yeah.
manager, every majority of them.
It's a no one. No
come
no
up-
one.
come
No
up
one's
think of
with
anyone.
their team.
No one's made that. Oh, fair enough. No,
Let us know in the
Unless
comments.
we're missing someone, there probably is. I don't know.
So it'll be intriguing to find out like, how he does it.
You know, we was talking about Hassel getting relegated. Brendan Rodgers changed it around, you know?
Who did they play this weekend? They won
played
2-0 against
Everton
Everton.
at Goodison Park.
Listen, I
and they
said this.
rocked them.
Yeah.
Rodgers is a good coach. Rodgers is a proven coach, and Leicester are a talented team. There's no way Leicester were ever going down. in my opinion.
Tillemans
Oh, what a goal.
goal of the season.
Oh, what a
It
goal.
was basically the Man City strike, but he finally put it in the corner.
Is Tielemans shooting what we pretend Neves is? Because I feel like Tielemans scores more long range
He
bangers
has
than
that,
Neves
yeah. He
does.
has that
But
in his
Neves has the stereotype that he's the long range
yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think it's just more like
Food for thought.
accuracy, like in terms of if they both hit it.
I think
like,
Neves too got more power to it, but Tielemans got some screamers, bro.
Yeah, he's got some.
And a lot of people, Madison played amazing that game.
Can I give you
Yeah.
a stat about
Yeah.
Madison? Since May 11th of this year, only Haaland has more goal contributions in the Premier League.
Do you know who
than
else is in
James
that top
Madison.
five?
Harvey Barnes, who is one of the most underrated
Harvey
players.
Barnes, yeah, I saw
For
that,
me,
I saw that, yeah.
Harvey Barnes should be on the
Nice
train. Should be on the plane to England. Obviously, Madison should. Barnes should be on it.
Everyone here knows my love for Harvey Barnes.
Yeah,
How
you're
much I rate
taking.
him.
You're glad
They
you
got
take
Bowen on the plane and not Barnes. Barnes is better than Bowen.
Bowen shouldn't be able
No, I'm
to
saying,
go
I'm
to the
talking this.
airport. They should go-
I'm chatting with Southgate right now, bro. If you put, I don't know, I'm really doing this. He's obviously not watching this, but bro, Bowen
Yes,
should
yes,
not be
yes,
going
yes,
on.
yes,
yes.
Alright, so if he is,
Hazard was watching my run. So
hasn't heard of my dog, but
Ralph.
bro, Bowen cannot be going to Qatar this year over Barnes.
Cry.
No way. There's no way. There's levels,
Grown
bro.
man.
He's bringing it back. He's bringing it back.
No, because Madrid lost. I have to put my run somewhere.
Remontada.
But guys, what about Danny Ward?
Aye,
He's had a
Danny
remontada,
Ward.
you know?
I wasn't familiar with your game. I might owe you an apology, bro.
bro, Remontada season, bro.
I think what is it? 4 clean sheets in a row.
4 clean sheets.
No,
Is it in the wait?
no, three and four.
3 and 4.
It must be 3 and 4.
That's a crazy stat.
All I know is
As you
he's
said.
4.1 in FPL.
Oh my god.
I'm using my wild card
I-
this week.
I had him on bench as well.
No, but that's a good bench person to have because if your goalkeeper ever doesn't play, then he's there.
Yeah, no, but Edison conceded.
Did it?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was
Yeah.
going
No,
to
he's been.
He's been very good. He's been
Yeah,
very good.
no,
but
he's improved.
But just going back to the Madison part, like we all believe, we all think
should go to England.
we should go to England. But
Oh,
the thing is,
without
yeah,
doubt.
They don't play over 10.
but
No, but they don't play with a 10 because they
a
never
casual
played.
thing.
They don't have a 10. He is a 10. Take him and play with a 10. He's
I think
good enough
Southgate's
to.
not
Bro.
a creative manager.
I
He
well, then
doesn't-
that's
doesn't want a
Southgate's
10.
problem because
Yeah.
I keep hearing people say. So I saw some guy, Doogie. He's on Football Daily, so shout out. He's a good guy, but he was basically saying, "Oh,
that's a good guy, but
no, hold on. He's a good guy, but he was saying, I don't get the people complaining that Maddison isn't going because Maddison hasn't performed as well as for England as Grealish has. He doesn't play for England, bro. He has one cap in his whole life.
Yeah, he ain't playing like 2-3 years.
He has one cap in history.
And you know what? I don't understand this. Isn't the whole point taking your best players to the World Cup? Obviously, it'll be another
finding a
new
way.
video where we talk about the World Cup.
Yeah.
But regarding this, is like, what else has he got to prove?
bro.
James Maddison too. Sorry to interrupt you. James Maddison gives something for me that very few England players provide, and that's an
Facts.
X factor, bro.
Yeah.
He gets on the ball, he can
Facts.
strike from long range, he can take players on,
Set pieces,
bro.
set
Yeah.
pieces.
That's
you
fine.
X
He doesn't
factor.
start for you. Okay, bring him off the bench.
Doesn't even
You
get on
need
the, he
someone
doesn't
like
get on the plane, bro. 26 men.
And it's not even that. Get him one. Find a way to use him.
I agree. They haven't even tried. They haven't even given him
Utilize
a
him,
half.
bro.
They haven't.
Yeah.
Find a way to use him. If he's a 10, change your formation to suit him, bro.
'Cause that's the one
What's
thing-
the worst? What's the first? You should have done it. You know what pisses me off?
In Nations
You should have done it in the
League,
Nations League.
Or in the
Experimenting.
friendlies. I
And
have
that's
no
the thing
idea.
that everyone used to
Experimenting.
talk about Gareth Southgate. He gives the young guys opportunities.
Nah,
he did it at the
Gareth
start.
Southgate
No, no,
abuses favourites, bro.
No, he done it. He done it at the start. But obviously, the longer he got into it, he's like, you can, like you said, you can tell there's favoritism, players that he likes picking up and choosing. Like, I like the person. I think he's a good player, but Mason Mount. If you're telling me
Yeah,
club level
100%.
and
Even it's not even a case like Sterling where Sterling turns up for England. Mount hasn't had a good 12 months.
He hasn't. So it's like, and what do you take Mount for? Cardio.
Yeah.
Because if you're asking the guy to play the 8,
but do you think bullying works? Like last time when
Grealish needs to get onto.
We bullied Southgate for so long because he never took Grealish. We were like on him every time. He finally caved in. Did it?
He will.
Do you think he'll do it with Madison?
No, he will.
No, it's too late. It's too late now, bro.
He will.
The squad is this Thursday, bro. He's not gonna take Madison. He won't, bro. I
That's
guarantee
no way,
you.
bro. He is getting pressured.
I'll say anything you want. He doesn't take.
And I'll say everything I want that he will take him. He's getting pressured to take him, bro.
I'll remember. Clip this up.
How about next person? You have to wear Man City kit next time you come in here, and you have to wear.
I put so many Man City.
Kit.
I put so many men. He loves Barca. He loves Barca. And you saw how many Man City players I put in my favorite Premier League players.
Yeah, Athletic will be a bad one.
Athletic. So whoever loses that bet,
let's no.
Give me a Mahrez kit. I'll wear that for free, bro. Come on.
I'm gonna say if you lose the bet,
that's easy work.
No, the Marseille one only.
The Marseille.
I ain't doing that. But trust me, he's getting that plane, but he's not going to use him.
What did you guys think about Frank Lampard though this season?
I think it's starting to come back down to earth. I can't lie. Like I think people were taking a little too far. Like he has exceeded the odds because I thought he was going to be the first manager getting sacked.
I said he's not. I've always liked Frank Lampard.
But I think
not always.
Obviously, when he was Chelsea,
here's the reality.
Any Chelsea man now, but once he went to Everton, I was like, I always knew because even when I was speaking to him about the Frank Lampard when he was at Chelsea, I said the worst thing for him to do is make top 4 because he's not a good manager, but he's
got good talent ID
he's a good player manager. I personally think.
I think he's got a good eye for like talent profiles. But the fact is. The reason I said Leicester would never get relegated, or they wouldn't get relegated this year, is because they have too much talent. Everton, I always thought they'd come back down to earth because that squad just isn't that good, bro. It's just not that good.
It's Meady. Since he came back, that's when Everton started going back. Kyle Lewin, bro.
Oh yeah, he's
injured. He went injured again.
He's finished.
He's meaty,
Would you take
bro.
him on the plane?
He's injured.
No, hell no.
He's injured.
You got Tammy, you got Tony.
That's a different option though.
Bro, Kevin Lewin is not making any of the airports. No, not Heathrow, Gatwick, anything.
He's not making Costa Rica's airport to make their team, bro.
He's got Apple security man in Newcastle.
What about London City airport?
He's not making over. He's not making no airports, bro. He's walking to Qatar, bro.
I think there's a guy that was meant to walk to Qatar. He did that, but I think he got lost in Syria. So.
Wallahi, inshallah, he gets lost as well. with Hazard.
He said with Hazard.
Yo, what's good with you, bro?
You got more hate for Hassan than I've got anyhow.
It's anyhow hate.
No, it's not even that. It just pisses me off. How are you crying, bro? You're a grown man. Why are you a grown man?
If he cried against Guardiola, would you be okay?
Against Klopp's budget. Come on, bro. Let's do it against. Crying for beating Curtis Jones and James Milner.
Well, if you want, if you got saved, you got promoted. That's fine. You crying about a random ass game.
He's gone.
You got the background music. It's like I wanna sing a song.
Oh yeah,
so emotional stuff, bro. No, but Everton, I agree. Like they just don't have enough, and I think they will be sucked into a relegation battle. They might not get relegated just because there might be worse teams. And I agree. I think Lampard has shown that he's not some scrub manager. He deserves respect.
To be honest, he didn't really have a backing for Everton as well. Towards the end, when they started picking up Onana,
that midfield, right? They're decent at midfield, but there's no creativity. I feel like in that midfield, like, it will be Onana and Gay, and Iwobi's only just starting to show what he can do.
Yeah,
you need something more. Like you need in a relegation battle. I feel like you always need a player who can just kind of get on the ball and make things happen. Someone to get you out of trouble. And
it was Gordon, but I think he's been. I don't know if he's injured or sitting on the bench.
I think he has been injured. Because I haven't seen him in a while.
He came off
he's
the
not.
bench.
I don't think he's injured, but like he had some good goal scoring form in the beginning. But I think he's just kind of falling back to mean.
Should I tell you about a team that's got good depth though?
Look at this guy in his segues. This host, come on, man.
Manchester City.
Yeah, bro, I can't lie. The transition that you've been making is elite.
I'm trying. Well done, bro. Appreciate it.
Elite transitions.
But listen, we all talk about that guy who got red carded.
Do
he looks like him, right?
He looks like him as well.
That's cap. I said best left back.
Ever.
Hold on, what? Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. Listen, all I keep saying is I keep taking bullets for Cancelo, but hey, I don't want to hear anything from Trent fans talking about can't defend. You're a Reece James fan, fine.
Well, Cancelo can't defend.
No, but in that video, I never spoke about Cancelo's defending once. I said I like the fact he can do Travellas. And I also said I said he got the Trivela unlocked.
Clarify to the people.
People keep thinking I said unlocked. I never said that word. I said unlocked. I said I like the fact that he wears the number 7 playing left back as a right back, but I never said he could defend. And people keep getting onto me for that.
And what's crazy? People think of Trivela, they think of Cancelo. Wallahi.
Yeah, you took it off your boy, bro. Come get your chain back.
Look magic,
You know
baby,
how
man.
rude that is. I said it. There was a random game. I tweeted it. I was like, oh, he did the Trivela. He did Luka Modric Trivela.
Yeah.
All the comments. Luka Modric. It's Cancelo.
They don't want
Get your chain back, G. Get your chain back, G.
But then it does start in Portugal because Quaresma was the first one to do that.
It's not about who did it first. It's about who did it right.
Quaresma did exactly. Luka Modric just perfected it, bro. Perfected it.
I heard that.
But now, listen, that's City, bro. Haaland. Well, it's a cheat.
Guys, do you guys think City are that good?
No.
Nah, they stink, bro.
These last couple,
They've been underperforming a little bit
These last couple
recently.
of weeks, bro. It's not like they've been
They haven't been Man City.
Man City.
All season.
But they did not save
them.
themselves for the second half and they're like, okay, let's teams
that's-
away.
City
what
have a 14-game unbeaten run in them every single season. That's really the question for Arsenal. Can they replicate that? Because eventually City will go on this run where they win, or they'll probably win 12 games in a row.
I think
It's
they
not
will,
even, it's not even a draw.
Arsenal
Like,
don't
they'll
have
win
that
12.
ending.
They win.
No team has that in them, bro. Come on.
Liverpool was at one point like that, but they don't think that.
And you know what's crazy? I feel bad for you guys. Just going back to Arsenal.
just
Because
compare
you guys have to literally
Bro,
get
they have
at
the
least
fifth,
90.
They have the 5th
Near
best
perfect
start in
record.
Premier League history, I believe. Like they're in the top 10.
I still feel bad
and
for
they're
them.
still only 2
It's
points out of
Arsenal's
City.
great.
And I still
Start
feel
as well.
bad. You guys literally have to get 90 points to
Near
even
perfect
have a chance of sniffing that Premier League
I'm not gonna lie
title.
to you. I genuinely felt like a Liverpool fan.
No, this is what
Man
Liverpool
City.
fans felt through,
Because
bro.
I was like, is this how they felt for 38
Bro,
games?
they got
this season?
97
Wait,
points one.
nice.
They got 97 points one year and they didn't win the league.
But it's not even that. It's like 89th minute, 90th minute. You see a winner. I'm like, what the hell? Because I was watching that game.
But Fulham bottled it.
Yeah, Bernd Leno is a chump, bro. Bernd Leno, the Robinson guy.
He
Oh
was
my
selling,
God.
man.
And the thing is, Leno's had a good start to the season this year, but that was so pathetic on the penalty.
Proper. And you know what? And it's a clear penalty. He tripped him.
I exaggerated
but
a
Kevin,
bit.
But KDB, bro. You're a grown man. Like, you know that dive.
Why are you falling like that?
Disgusting,
Can I
guys.
say this
You can't
though?
do anything for the team, man.
KDB, forget about the dive. That performance and the performance he's had this season, because I think Haaland has taken the headlines,
Yeah.
but De Bruyne has been unbelievable, bro. And we were talking about this ourselves. We're getting into territory where like we're talking about greatest Premier League midfielders of all time. I said I think he's the best midfielder this league has seen, and people got on to me saying, someone said Xabi Alonso, bro, but Kevin De Bruyne, bar the dive, or I think it was exaggerated. I'm not sure it's a dive. I think that performance encapsulated what he's all about. People have kind of gotten this impression that all he does is just hug on like the right touchline and just cross balls in. Absolutely not. De Bruyne is all action, man. Winning the ball back, driving with the ball, creating chances for fun. And I said it on Twitter. I think he's the best midfield talent this league has ever seen.
You know,
and I think
The league
nostalgia
has ever seen?
Yeah. The Premier League.
That's a very good hot take.
I don't think it is a hot take anymore, bro. I really don't think it's a hot take because he's got the Premier League titles on display. He's got the Premier League Player of the Seasons on display. Team of the Years, assists, goals. He has everything in his locker. The only thing that's holding people back is that Lampard did it for longer in the league, or Scholes did it for.
Nostalgia.
I don't even say it's nostalgia because they deserve to be up there too.
Yeah.
But De Bruyne eats at that table now. That's not a controversial thing to say anymore. What else does he have to do to be compared to those guys?
I was going to say, does De Bruyne have the same amount on his plate as Lampard or Gerrard or?
He's got little one. He's got them ones.
He's getting more. Like end of the season, he's getting more, bro.
Okay.
He's got more chicken on his plate. But one thing, yeah.
He's taking my thing from that.
Go one thing, yeah. I disagree about the KDB, but I don't think KDB played that well against Fulham.
Oh no, I thought he was
The
brilliant.
amount of turnovers he had.
No, but that's De Bruyne's game. De Bruyne,
the
if you look at
amount
every
of
game, has
turnovers
turnovers
he
in his
had, The
game.
amount of turnovers he only became, in my opinion, a bit more lively was when, of course, the crazy man came on, and of course he had at least someone to
target.
direct the ball.
Yeah.
Before he
I
came,
thought he played an
he was
excellent
meaty,
game,
bro.
bro.
Before he came, not meaty, but he wasn't the KDB as we know.
I really like that Julian Alvarez finish though.
Oh,
Brother,
Okay,
I'm
yeah,
rewatching Sergio Aguero's career in a new body.
Yeah,
Honestly,
that's
this
what
is
it
the
is.
reincarnation of Aguero.
that
He hasn't
was
even
a
died in this
finish.
That was a
reincarnation.
very good
That was
finish,
a
man.
Alvarez, man, that's near post roofing it like that. That's Aguero's trademark, bro.
It's true.
finish.
Yeah, no,
finish.
And Fulham, I don't think even deserved to be in the game. They got a penalty, and then they were just playing negative the whole time, which I understand. When you're at Etihad, you got to play.
I'll tell you this. I think Fulham's start to the season is a bit of a fugazi. I think it's a false image.
It was always.
No, I think like they're overdoing XG. Which I'm not even a stats guy, but like they're very clearly scoring goals that are like such low expected goals.
Yeah.
Mitrovic is basically everything he touches turns into
Scraps.
goals.
Yeah.
Bro, they need.
Mitrovic ain't played the last two, right?
No, I don't think.
I
been
think
injured.
Fulham will start to sink lower and lower down. I'm not saying they get relegated. I think they stay up still.
You think they're in the relegation?
But
But
bro, they've been chilling in like mid-table, top half a bit. I think it's gonna come down a
He'll
bit.
finish. Yeah.
they got Palhinha though. That can help him.
What's he gonna do? Score goals? He's a good
shield
player.
the back four.
He's a good player. No, they have decent players, but I just think they haven't been. They're not as good as they've shown.
I personally think Marco Silva just messed up with his in-game substitutions. I think that what changed it for him.
Yeah.
Because they still, even when the Man City were looking for the second, so many times they had the width to run in behind Fulham because they had the ball. Like as soon as they turned, they were driving at them. They just never were putting the ball into the box.
I think that's a team. That's the thing with teams against City, bro. They give them too much respect in my opinion.
100%.
Yeah.
And
That's always gonna happen.
in the last 5 minutes, the timekeeping was disgusting.
Which you can understand though.
You can understand, but you have to come on, man. Like you guys are professionals. You guys are not scrubs, bro.
Yeah.
At least do something, bro. They forgot that City had 10 men. It felt like second half. It felt like Fulham was playing with 10 men, and City was playing with 11. But Haaland,
but do you think if
players.
Fulham turned out to be a bit more adventurous, it would have backfired on them crazily? Because
backfired on them regardless, bro. How many times are you a man advantage at the Etihad against City? It's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Go for it, bro.
Go for it. Literally, go for it. But you know what? That Haaland, that goal that got disallowed. I can't swear on it.
You already saw earlier. Don't worry. After you.
That finish.
That's crazy.
Literally, that cross.
Haaland ball, man.
18 goals. 18 goals in November, bro.
Yeah.
18 goals in
Stupid.
And he's going to be rested after the World Cup. He's like, yeah, you guys World Cup, man, cool, man.
His battery's about to be recharged, all right. It's not fair.
It's not,
He's going to need an oil change, bro. That's what's going to happen,
literally.
What segue you got for us, bro? Lob us another one. The pressure's on now. I'm looking for him, bro.
Because it's the last couple of fixtures. We've got to go to Jesse Marsh, man. I think
Jesse Marsh ball.
The Yank has got a plan for me, man. He's got a plan for me, man.
But listen, let's just talk about one guy, bro.
Crescencio,
some of it.
That's a dope
He's got
name.
the braziest name.
I love
in
his
the Premier
name.
League.
I call him by his first name, not his surname.
better than Decadova Reed.
That's a very good one. Bobby Decadova Reed. That's so cool, though.
The first name ruins it, though. No
Bobby.
disrespect to any Bobbies out there.
Bobby
but
Firmino.
if he had like Crescencio de Cordova Reed, that's hard, bro.
That's cold.
Yeah.
That's a cold name.
Leeds, bro. I mean, look. They invested well, in my opinion. Adams, Aronson, the Roca. But I think like
Tyler Adams has been crucial.
Really good. He's
midfield.
been really good. But like the youngsters that they have as well, the Somerville guy. They also bought this guy.
He's quality.
He's really.
I like him a lot, man. I'm gonna put my stocks in.
And both games against Liverpool, he actually that cross
He's
he
a
made,
difference maker.
and that and
He pre-assisted.
Yeah, literally, my goal, my goal, STSFC. Yeah, but
Go check that out, guys. We played this week Faisal's debut as well.
Faze Day.
that's good. But that against Liverpool.
What about NPGs? Any non-penalty goals?
NPG.
Asco, did you score? But against Liverpool, he that cross he made led to Somerville's goal, and against what was it, Bournemouth?
Bournemouth, yeah.
That last goal,
Drove at them.
amazing pass to Somerville. But Somerville, bro, he can finish.
Bro, but the thing with Bournemouth as well, this is the second time they've been up like a
It's
decent
Spurs,
and now here again.
yeah.
They must be
Up,
thinking, yo, we're gonna get relegated at this point, and then we just keep going 2 goals up.
It's mad. But Leeds deserves it.
That was a fun game to watch, to be fair.
Leeds
4-3.
deserves
Yeah, Leeds.
And I like Leeds as well. I like Jesse March and his
Yeah.
ideas, what he brings to the table. Like even like
Attacking football, bro.
attacking football. And
He's a
it's like,
good guy too, man. It's impossible to hate Jesse Marsh too. I feel like he's just, like, what was the thing he did against Liverpool? Celebration.
I know what's mad. You know what's mad? Bielsa leaving. I think the best man that could have even got like to take them back is Jesse.
The only thing with
play that kind
Leeds,
of
right,
football.
is Bamford is cooked, bro.
He's
Bamford had
finished.
he had that period in lockdown where he was looking brazy, or maybe it was the season after.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was 2021. He was looking unreal. But, bro, he has no confidence anymore.
The thing with Bamford as well, doesn't he look like he just woke up as well?
Well,
He always looks like he's scruffy, unshaved.
Nah,
He looks like he just woke up like an hour before
he
the kickoff.
smells as well. I'm not even there.
Damn.
But one
You're
thing,
hating crazy today.
but
Damn.
Madrid lost. I have to hate on someone.
that's
But what's the thing? What was I about to say?
A star player moment.
yeah,
Go.
It's not easy, is
Leeds,
it?
they need a striker because Rodrigo is not it, in my
I
opinion.
was just about to say that. Yeah, literally. Bamford's been dead. That's why Rodrigo's been
Take my point already.
Ali,
Throw that shit up.
That's why Rodrigo was playing Cam, innit? Now he's playing up front.
yeah. Now he's doing better.
Yeah, I got you.
LeBron.
And Leeds are now 12th as well.
That's just how crazy
Look
the
how
league is
they're
right now, though, bro.
literally, as I'm reading, bro, they're literally 4 points behind Liverpool.
Wow. No, the league is very the league is like every day, like there's
I know
Chopping
chopping
and
change,
bottom to
changing.
12.
but like you said, where it was a moment where we were talking about Everton, Leicester, Leeds, as all these guys they're fighting down at the bottom, and then like you said, it just flip a switch. It
Where's
changes.
Bournemouth right now?
Bournemouth are
Yeah, the
17th.
There you go. Bournemouth a few weeks ago were above Liverpool in the title.
They're literally.
That's
they could be in.
That's why. That's good. Because I spoke to someone at work about it, like thing. What I read about the Premier League. That's why the Premier League is clear.
In terms of entertainment, it's like anyone can beat anyone.
And competitiveness.
Prime entertainment,
Varsity,
which is why this is clear. I think a couple of years ago, like La Liga was close, isn't it?
Yeah.
But now, bro, that's a good
They blew them
separation
over,
between La Liga. Forget La Liga, Premier League, and any other league in the world.
Yeah, it's true.
Any other league in the world.
true.
There's
Wait,
the prime entertainment.
You guys were talking about entertainment. You witnessed Cyberama this weekend.
Hey, he's the most un-Algerian Algerian.
Benrahma is the one Algerian I don't rip crazy like that. Just because, like, bro, how can you be an Algerian winger and you can't take players on, bro? His Brentford mixtape, hoop mixtape, bro. This dude was rainbowing players, bro. I thought, wow, we got a good one, bro. And I saw him play for Algeria. He's gets the ball and just does what Sancho does, just passes it backwards. Like, nah, man.
That goal of Brentford when he scored, where he had the ball and then not mech.
Bro, he was moving. I was like, yo, we birthed that, we did that. Damn, but nah, he's. But to be fair, recently he's been scoring goals. I was at the game against Bournemouth. We scored a penalty at the end, so he's getting in there.
Yeah, he's asking you to
Moyes
go
finest
to London Stadium.
Can't lie, bro. What's it called? The Olympic Stadium,
Yeah,
bro.
Olympic
whether
Stadium,
you whether you
London
watch
Stadium.
on your sofa at home or whether you're watching like the closest, it's the same distance, bro. You're so far away from the action.
It's actually very true.
I might as well just watch at home, bro.
It's
I
mad.
need binoculars.
But 95th, 96th minute winner by Michael Lise.
Yeah.
Bro.
West Ham for
But
the
it was
amount
a
of
bad deflection.
West
It's
Ham-
my boy.
West
But it was a
Ham-
deflection, though.
West Ham for the amount of money they spent, it's just not doing well enough, bro. I think Moyes, honestly, like I think he's probably taking this team as far as he can go.
West Ham fans are about done with it because they feel like the football they're playing.
Well, here's
is not
the
as
thing,
great.
right? Like, you can play hoofball, like everyone remembers.
But you
United.
can't have the Paquetas and all that.
That's what I'm
stuff and
saying.
play
I remember the game that sticks out to me with Moyes was United versus Fulham a few years ago, where it was like 100-something crosses.
Oh, that one, yeah.
That was under him.
Yeah.
At Everton, it was hoof the ball up to Fellaini, lob it down to Cahill, goal. And West Ham, they kind of built that reputation up. Like, he took them from Pellegrini, was trying to play that kind of football, and they were struggling. Route 1 football, direct to Antonio and Souček, lay it off to Fornals, goal.
Got him a
But
European
when you go and buy Paqueta, and you go and buy Scamacca, and you go and buy like these players who are playing with Neymar, and Scamacca is like, he's a big guy, but like he's not someone who really wants to play. He's very
They just saw
technical.
two strikers said
You need to be able to
That's
adapt.
why
You need to be able to adapt to that,
yeah.
and that's never been Moyes. I think he's probably taking this team as far as he can, which he took into the Europa League.
Yeah, that's very hard. Yeah.
And I think they need to look in a new direction.
He's always
this
been that
season.
kind of manager. He had that with Everton.
yeah,
He
of
had it
course,
with West
of
Ham.
There's
course.
always a ceiling with him.
Yeah,
Of
you can
course.
get top 7, top 6 with
agree.
him, but you can't go further.
course.
than-
So I think they need to look. They need to look at the end of the season for a new direction.
Pat Vieira, his ceiling's high though.
And just go back to Scamacca. What annoys me, he always does it. He starts with Scamacca, and then literally early in the
60
second
minutes,
half,
Antonio.
brings Antonio on. Like, you're not using Scamacca, bro. You know, it's Sassuolo. Like we watched it, innit? Bro, it's quick touches.
Yeah.
Quick touches. And West Ham, bro, they don't have that.
They-
But how you blaming Scamacca for that when you don't have the
That's not his
strategy?
game.
That's not his game, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
That you're basically giving Antonio's game onto Scamacca.
Yeah.
where it's not even Scamacca's
Exactly.
game.
Scamacca's
It's
like
unfair.
come from Italy, like sunny Italy. He's come to England. He's like,
I
"I'm
can't
not
lie though,
playing."
Scamacca. I'm pretty sure he got like mafia ties, bro. I can't lie.
You think so?
A lot of ties. Scamacca, hey man.
Yeah, and Paqueta, and that goal, I think was it the first goal?
Yes.
Paqueta's turn that pass to Benrahma
Elite,
was
man.
mad.
Yeah, man.
Use Paqueta as Scamacca.
That's my guy, man. I like
Top
that.
three, man.
I like
Top-
Paqueta.
Top
a
three,
lot.
top three.
I like Paqueta a lot
top
as
three,
well.
man. But Crystal Palace this season.
Zaha, bro, is having such a good season.
Eze,
It's his contract year, and he's going. You know
Hey,
what?
man, contract year.
The street ballers doing that
Take
thing.
out the brink trucks, bro. I'm coming.
everyone on contract season. Marco Asensio is doing a madness contract season.
Even
bro.
De Gea is trying his best.
Contract season, everyone goes crazy.
The street ballers are doing their bit for Crystal
Yeah,
Palace.
Olise and Eze.
Yeah.
Palace
Eze
is
is
everyone's
having
second
good-
favorite
Black
team.
excellence over there, man. Literally.
Do I love? Have you seen the Silver Score ratings where all the black players got really high ratings, and then
Anderson.
the two white
Joaquin
players
Anderson.
got under the rating?
Gaetan Anderson.
That made me die.
All that Black Lives Matter.
But nah, Vieira, where do you see Crystal Palace ceiling this season?
Where are
Because
they
they're
now?
starting to win games where last year they were picking up a lot of draws. Whereas now, like the games where it's looking like a draw, they're
I
just
still
nicking it.
think mid-table. I can't lie.
They're
But
Mid
10th right
table,
now.
yeah, they don't.
yeah, 10th is where I see them
They're
finishing.
very.
honestly.
I don't know. They're very inconsistent, bro. One game they will do sick result. Who did they play last game? Did they win?
I think they lost to Leicester. No, I think that was the game they played. Unless they played Leicester this
No, because
weekend.
they won 2-1 with Zaha.
They won, beat Southampton 1-0.
That's
last
what it
game
was.
as well.
Yeah.
And then what
The game before
was
that
it?
was they got popped 3-0 by Everton.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah,
that's
Palace-
no
which-
consistency.
Palace,
That's no
Palace.
consistency.
I think the best thing you can say about them is like,
But then
they've-
3 wins in the last 5.
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah,
not
yeah.
as decent, right? They've affirmed themselves as a consistent Premier League team.
Well, early on, they didn't win anything. Like,
No, they lost to us first game,
yeah,
and I think
and
after
then
that,
they
yeah.
went, but yeah, but for them, it's just consistency, and for the
Yeah.
players, Elise and Eze needs a bit more maturity in it.
I agree. Yeah.
After that, and they're striking. You know what? Who they need? They need a proper striker because Edouard ain't it,
Ain't it.
and
Mateta
Mateta
is not it either.
Mateta ain't it.
You're a big fan of Mateta as well,
I
aren't
like
you?
Mateta. He doesn't get opportunities, man.
He ain't it.
Do you know who they need? They need Colin Mawani.
Who? Oh, on Forest.
The Frankfurt,
Wow,
Eintracht
scary.
Frankfurt.
No, I think who's the guy on Forest?
Forest is the
Taiwo.
Taiwo.
I warn you, son.
Taiwo.
Yeah,
Taiwo.
one year.
You know what pissed me off? I bought him in FPL.
Who?
FPL. Taiwo.
Oh, the Nottingham Forest.
I thought I was the only person who did it.
We could talk about the Nottingham Forest game.
I
We
didn't
can
stop.
talk about Nottingham
Hey,
Forest.
Hold on,
man,
you
you
know
start
what?
loves up.
And you know what's bad? I'm rubbing it. You know what pisses me off, yeah?
Yeah.
Taiwo, yeah? I read about before I signed him on FPL. Whenever he starts, he scores.
So here we go. You had to start him.
You had to start him. He wasn't starting. He wasn't starting.
But they drew as well.
They pump fake you still.
Yeah.
It was 2-2. The game.
Oh, Morgan Gibbs White goal, by the way. That's
that
a
was
very good
crazy.
goal.
Gibbs White came out at the end of the
Crazy.
game saying it was him who said like we got robbed or something. Like,
It was him. It was him.
Forest, man, this is what I keep saying, bro. You should have learned from Fulham a few years ago, learned from QPR a few years ago. Stop buying up.
yeah.
Look at Renan Lodi, bro.
Yeah, 20 players.
This guy
in that,
last year, 2 years ago, was locking up
was-
Salah in the Champions League, moving nice in the Copa America final, and now he's not even in the Brazil team.
But Leeds, can I tell you something else about someone on this table? Someone on this table made a prediction that Nottingham Forest is going to be a dark horse this season. I forgot who it was. I think they said they'll finish top 10.
Oh my days.
I'll give you a clue.
Come on, I've seen
He
this-
was laughing at someone crying on the pitch.
Yeah. Basil,
Dean Henderson gonna be crying on the pitch match day 38 when they go down, bro.
account for your sins.
I can't lie, man. This was before they signed 10 other players as well.
By the time you say they signed 10 more players.
Well, I said
Was
it.
it Lodi was the last straw for you, isn't it?
When I said it, they signed like Nico Williams. You know what I mean? Jesse Lingard.
Yeah, they'll make it smart investments.
After that, I see Aurier. I was like, okay.
I see Lodi.
Kuyata. I was like, where's he from? And not even that. Dennis is a good signing.
I like Dennis,
But
yeah.
they ain't using him. They used
The
him
funniest
finally.
thing too, bro, is they bought like a Bugatti and they got a cab driver driving. No disrespect to Steve, to their coach, but like
But it's polar opposites as well. It's like it's interesting now to see how Bournemouth they were doing bad and what they did is
Yeah.
like Scott Parker.
these guys, they give him a new contract.
This guy they give him a
That I don't get.
they give him a 5-year contract.
I
Something
hate
like
that.
crazy.
Bro, we're in the Premier League Super. We got Lopetegui, we got Unai Emery,
Yeah.
and then you got Steve
Cooper.
Yeah, come on, bro.
Come on, man.
Steve
Sometimes
Cooper
you
looks
need-
waved all the
sometimes you
time
need
too.
that.
Bro.
English excellence.
He looks waved as
Baked
hell.
beans, jack potato.
He looks Tell me Steve Cooper don't look waved as hell on the sideline. This guy looks like he's on one, bro. Hey man, shout out you, but damn, get some sleep, homie.
Yeah. 2-2. Brentford without Tony as well.
Yeah.
We'll leave the allegations because that's between him and someone else.
That's between him and someone else.
But Johan Wissa, the goal scorer that usually comes off the bench, started and scored.
What? Johan Wissa?
That's the guy. It's some Dowie celebration though.
It looks like which one's the one that looks like Elias? I said Mbeumo.
That's
Mbeumo.
what.
Is that Johan Wissa? That's one Mbeumo. No?
Johan Wissa's dark.
Wisa, I don't like him, bro. I can't lie. I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan of him?
Nah,
Who's
Wisa, I'm
Johan
not a
Wissa?
fan. Nah, I don't like him.
He comes off the bench, he just scores.
Oh, I watched him last week against Wolves. He didn't come off the bench. He started. He was garbage.
Wisa looks like the most nicest player you ever see. Like,
Yeah,
smile
French,
on his face.
I'm not
yeah.
saying he's a bad guy. I just I don't like the way his game. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah, fair.
But it's-
I like you, Johan Wissa. I like you. You're a good player.
Good guy as well, man.
Good guy as well. To be honest, I've only
He
watched
just did a
Wissa
fist. He just
twice.
did a fist bump knowing that Starford.
Are you watching this as well? That's why he messaged
On
me.
to the next one.
He messaged you.
Nah, I'm
I was
joking.
gonna say, damn.
Imagine if you're
I mean, actually, Visa, you know what, bro? I think I've misanalyzed your game. Next week, I'll keep an eye out for you.
yeah, last game, Wolves against Brighton.
Big win for Brighton.
Yeah.
3-2.
Well done, man. Like flipping hell, back-to-back wins for you, isn't it?
What can I say?
Oh man, can you
Oh,
tell
the
us?
derby. Yeah. I was like, what the hell are you talking about?
Can you tell us about the
crazy.
tactics for the Wolves away game?
What can I
Like,
say? You know,
yeah.
Welbeck is back, but I don't use him.
But wait,
For the last hour, 10 minutes, you speak with a different accent. What happened? Why does it actually come out now?
Ciao, Bella, ciao. Nah, bro, you know what's bad about Brighton? Yeah, well, I love
watching them play.
I love watching that team play, bro.
That's
I
true.
swear.
They play
And
good
what's
football.
mad is that, you know what? Who impresses me the most? I'm starting to love. You know what? He's getting closer to my top 5. Like, That Japanese guy.
Mitoma?
He's a baller.
Bro, I told you the other week he did to Trent more than what Rashford did.
Yeah.
He has the Trent game. That Mitoma's a good player.
He's a very.
I didn't know about United.
Let me tell you this too. Japan in the World Cup.
Dark horse?
They
Come
got
on,
I know you did it. I know you did a video
they
about
got a
it,
good
right?
team. They got a good team.
Cooking. No,
They got your boy Takiro. They got a good
That's not
team.
mine. That's him. I'm
boy,
I'm Benny Blanco, man.
You can, why not appreciate both, bro?
They're cooking.
I appreciate it, but I'm Benny Blanco.
That third goal, Brighton, was all him.
Yeah,
Where-
Thomas is a good player.
where he floored him. I don't know who was the right back. I think it might be Semedo.
It's Semedo.
Semedo.
Worst red card 5.3 rating, man.
Bro, no, he's a very, very good
I
baller.
think he assisted Lallana as well. I think was it Trossard that gave him the little drop?
Yeah,
Yeah,
trust that.
trust
Do you know
but-
there's one player that? Do you know when we did the recent best players outside the top 6? I wish I could have added one more player in.
Not Pascal Gross.
No. I think this season he's been really good.
Caicedo.
Alex McAllister, man.
Oh yeah.
I think he's been so good this season.
Now they have great players, bro. Honestly, no, Brighton,
I like him, man.
Hey man, was it Potter or was it the recruitment team?
I said this. I said it might be talent ID still.
I won't take it that far. Potter obviously did wonders.
It's talent
in that team.
ID. But going back to
they got a great recruitment staff. For sure.
going back to Wolves, I think you guys are gonna get not influenced, affected by the new manager bounce.
That's what I said too. I said,
apparently he's not managing until
after
the game.
the
Yeah, he's
Oh,
after
really?
the game.
Oh,
hey, yo, this guy's taking a long break then, bro.
Hey,
I think
he's
it's November
bro.
14th he's meant to take over,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, that's what I read.
Yeah.
But you got to look at he's managing Wolves, man. He's doesn't want to start with a headache.
You know what's mad? You know how Leah said where Leicester's got too many good players for them not to, for them to get rid.
Wolves is the similar.
Wolves,
right?
oh bro,
agree.
their
But here's the
players.
thing: Wolves have no goals in their team, bro. That's the biggest issue.
They lost Jimenez.
Jimenez. They lost the other
The
guy.
Calicat.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Juan Chang.
Oh yeah,
Hwang
him too.
Hee-chan.
But I'm talking the new signing they got. The
Was
6'6"
it
guy.
Cali Cat?
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
Bro,
And they signed Diego Costa. Bro.
Let me
Yeah.
let me tell you this. I went and watched Wolves the other week. Neto, I went to go watch them when they were at Brentford. Shout out, yeah. But it was Podence,
Free ticket.
Neto. It was, but Podence, Neto, and someone else. Who was the third guy?
Traore. Adama.
Guedes. That's who it was, and Adama as well.
There's no goals going.
It's all build up, no goals, bro.
Yeah.
Podence, I've never seen a player get on the ball, do as many good things, and the final ball every single time without fail is an L. Either at the defender's shin, and bro, this guy's small. Coming from me, and he's shorter than you, bro. Podence is tiny, bro. On my life, bro. Podence is a midget, bro.
He's as short as you, but he looks like Elias.
Podence is small. Like who? Like me?
Yeah, he looks like you.
You gotta stop this, man. Stop this, man.
Stop these allegations.
Nah, but yeah, they got too many players that there's no end product of them. Jimenez a few years ago was that guy. He was a killer in front of goal.
They couldn't find a talent ID for a striker.
They gotta go buy a striker.
But the thing is,
Stop crying.
for me, the difference between obviously the Wolves having quality players and Leicester is Leicester've still got that same spine that they've had for years. Whereas Wolves, they keep chopping and changing. Like you said, the first time they're playing Colin and Kilman together. Some kid called Hugo Bueno.
Bro,
they got this guy that spawned out of nowhere. What's his name? I think it's
Boubacar
Boubacar
Traoré,
Traoré. Bro, I saw this guy playing the other week. I was like, that's not a Wolves player. That guy didn't exist a week ago.
Hodge.
And apparently,
Who?
I heard.
Who you talking about?
No, Boubacar Traoré, bro.
And I heard Bueno is not even a left back. Apparently, he's a striker.
No way.
Which they've which
That's crazy.
I've heard from someone, a Wolves fan, because I think because I don't know who he was, so I searched his name on Twitter, and apparently he's a striker. He's been playing majority of his time as a winger striker, but they're trying to transform him into a left back, which is crazy. But now Lopetegui, I think
Where do you think
he's a good manager. He was very
He's not good defensively though, right?
No, he's good defensively.
It was just
he was just
bad,
very
bad situation.
He was just very unfortunate this season where Koundé went and Diego Carlos went. But at Madrid, he never, in my opinion, I think he should never come to us.
He was screwed from the start, and it was the whole Spain situation.
Because he left
He was
Spain.
screwed from the start.
That's so stupid for him to leave Spain, and then he literally left Spain halfway through. Where
No, he didn't leave
Euros.
them. He took the Madrid. He agreed to take the Madrid job after, and never told the Spanish Federation about it whatsoever.
and when they found out, he had to quit, and then they got Hierro to become, which is a manager. But
such a bad-
Lopetegui is a very good manager for that.
Where do you
Wolves
think
team.
he can take them this season?
The same way.
I mean, it's mid-season.
16th.
No, higher than that. Bro, they've got the talent, bro. They've got the talent. This summer, this window, they need to sign a striker. Diego Costa, I don't know what they got into their mind.
Bro, he's
signing
yeah,
Diego.
he's
But didn't they
washed
sign
up,
him
bro.
after the window because he's a free agent, right? Or
Yeah,
something?
that's what it
They
was.
had to
Because
sign him.
Kalidzic or whatever his name is. I think
Is
that's
that
his
his
name.
name?
Yeah, bro.
He's out
25 minutes,
for until next season.
Yeah,
right?
until next
Fair
season.
enough.
Notoriously. And someone being tall, tearing your ACL, that's the worst thing.
Yeah, that's a horrible, man. A horrible injury.
But anyways, yeah, for me, Wolves goals are the big issue for them because they, like you said, they have quality. Neves, that's a top midfielder. Right there.
Guedes is a good.
Even their
I like
defenders,
Guedes as
Collins
well.
and the other guy, what's his name? The other center back, Kilman.
Yeah,
Too good. I like them both.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're in trouble.
Even the wing backs are meaty. Semedo, like, come on,
he's
bro.
crap,
Man. Come on, it's 2022.
Barca, man, keep who's worse, Emerson or Semedo?
Sajina
Emerson.
Sajina Dest. Sajina Dest.
Oh, he doesn't look like Sergino Dest. I'm joking. I'm joking. No, someone said Ilias looks like Sergino Dest.
Everett. If you're light skinny, you look like Sajina Dest. If you got a little bit of Algerian in you, you look like
You're racially ambiguous, you look like me, I get it.
But guys, that's it, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. What would you guys want to say?
I like to well done to you,
Well done to you, man. Very good hosting today, man.
Well, you've been elite. You've been like, you transitions.
You've been better than Faisal is at football.
Wow.
Damn.
Fair enough.
Damn.
Sorry, man.
You've been better than Hassim editing.
Damn.
So no, you know how Sharky always talks about, I'm always the one that ends his conversation.
Now you know how it feels.
Let's end it.
Thank you guys for watching.
See you at the next one.